What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking out the mini skiff. We're going to take this guy out. We've got a cleanup on Monday that we're going to be going out to dive Lake Boca and collect a bunch of trash and all sorts of stuff with wavy boats. And just want to take out the mini skiff today, get it out there, get all the gear, make sure everything's running right, get it all dialed in, and go see if we can find some trash. So it's going to be a good day. It's Saturday. A lot of boats, a lot of traffic out there, and probably going to be, I think it's outgoing tide, so the viz isn't going to be great. But either way, we're going to have a good time, and we're going to get in the water. So let's do it. All right, so we're going to be using the Blue Nomad. This is the underwater dive system. And what this is, it's got about a 35-foot hose, 40-foot hose. You can go down to about 25 or 30 feet deep, but I've got it rigged up to the OTS full face mask. And this is a battery-powered dive system. Blue's a great company. Blake and his entire team, man, they're absolutely kill it. But the cool thing about this is you have rechargeable batteries that you can use. So these are lithium batteries that you can use for these systems, and you can use them to go diving. So it's a really convenient way. You don't need a giant scuba tank and all sorts of gear. This is something that's super simple. And I mean, I'm about to go out on this little mini kayak here, and this thing is more than enough for everything that I need. I'll walk you guys through a rig that I've built for this system, but yeah, it's really easy. Little dive flag. You can go about 15-20 feet deep. Then what I like to do is I like to use the Scuba Jet scooters. So that's these guys. These are the underwater scooters that I use to cruise around. You can rip like this. I pull this little underwater dive kayak, and then we've got all our gear down here. Look at that, fresh, good to go. So we'll take a couple of these guys. We're gonna make sure these are all charged up and ready. But these are some really cool systems too. Same thing here. These are interchangeable lithium batteries. The Scuba Jet's awesome. It's compact, it's portable. This thing packs a punch. I mean, it'll drag you underwater fast. I mean, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 miles an hour. I don't go that fast because you can't pick up plastic and stuff, but put this guy in there. Make sure everything's lined up nice and straight. Bingo. She seats are fully charged. And check this out, it's got an LED light in the front. These things are killer. These are called Scuba Jets. We partnered with them. Scuba Jet. We partnered with them. They're a great partner of ours. Boom. Oh yeah. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. Let's load up this guy. Dive gear in the back. Let's get a little bit of the dive gear. We want to grab our long blades, weight belt, cleanup bag, and a set of gloves. Let's just grab some gloves, a couple extra pairs of these guys, and I think we're good to go. So I've rigged up this trailer. I had to custom build this trailer. I got it from a buddy of mine. Shout out Seablees. Buddy of mine gave me a free trailer, kind of had to modify it, built some different bunks on here, but I installed these different bunks to fit this guy because it's a weird shape. But I got these boat buckles that I installed to make it a little bit easier to trailer. You can secure everything down, lock it down good, secure the old Railblazer mount. Do it for the content, right? All right, and then lastly, this guy back here. Okay. You know what they say, that ain't going anywhere. Gotta say it. All right, we've got anchor, Nomad, scuba jet, fins, mask. I need to get my mask, make sure I have that. Cleanup bag, extra gear. I think we're looking good. I think we're looking great. All right, let's get this rigged up and let's go clean some plastic. So we're on the mini skiff. I've got the electric trolling motor rigged up. So this is the setup. You can use this type of remote and just drive this thing. But I had to paddle this when I first bought it, and it wasn't great. This thing's a little too heavy to paddle, but now I'm on the electric motor grind. So I'm gonna go to Lake Boca, find some somewhat clear water. It's like the bottom of the outgoing, so this water's gonna be dirty brown, but I'm gonna go head over to one of the corners and try and hop in and just make sure everything's working right, test all the gear, and get ready for that cleanup on Monday. All right, guys, I think we got a live one. We got a live one. Scoop, scoop. All right, we're on the board. There we go. Bingo. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn this motor guide. I normally use Minn Kota, so this is the first time. Motor guide makes this little short, stubby guy for the kayak, so that's what I've been using. But I'm not used to the controls just yet, so we're getting dialed in. Yeah, you can see how, I don't know if you can tell on the camera if it's gonna pick it up, but the water is super brown. So what I'm doing is I'm heading over towards the inlet, and the inlet, it's starting to turn into incoming tides. So that's pulling the clean fresh water from offshore, and hopefully we're gonna have some viz over there so we can go and test some stuff out. But right here, you wouldn't really be able to see anything. So let's go see what's over there in the corner. So I am over in that corner of the inlet, basically right where it comes in. The fresh water's coming into Lake Boca, and water's looking pretty poopy, not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna get any clear water with this incoming tide. It's probably gonna take a few hours before it starts to clean up. So probably just gonna head over to the sandbar and just check the gear. And what I want to do is I want to pull out the blue, the Nomad, get that hooked up, make sure everything's running nice, running well. OTS system, full face mask, make sure there's no leaks, and just run the scooter. Just get everything ready, make sure it's all working well, and get ready for this cleanup on Monday. I mean, it's Saturday. I'm just out here just cruising, just having a good time, getting outside, getting outdoors. So not a bad little day. But let's go find a spot on the old sandbar and see if we can't get this stuff dialed in. There we go. There we go. Oh, nope, that ain't it. There we go. Now we're in business. All right, we got a nice little spot here. Wow. What I've done on this is, you can see, so this is a standard blue, and what I've done is I've actually ran a little paracord down this entire thing. And the reason why I did that is, this is great for, if you're pulling it around, just pulling just the system, but I'm actually pulling the kayak as well. So it's hooked up to the harness here. You can see that. And then what I do is I clip off these little D-rings to the front of the kayak. And that way this is pulling the entire unit. So you're not just putting all that pressure on this hose, because you don't want to do that. All the pressure is going onto the paracord. So for these systems, what you do is you make sure that, you've got the plug out on the top, you got your battery ready, and then what you want to do is make sure that that's open and everything's all settled before you hook it up, because it's going to purge. And bingo. There it goes. So now she's ready to dive. So you can see this guy, just like that. All right. So what I do with this is I pull a little bit out, hook that back up, and see, now I've got this D-ring here at the front, so we don't need the trolling motor anymore. So that guy's good. Now you take this D-ring and I clip it onto this guy. Just like that. And now this setup, see what I mean? Now all that pressure, once I pull on this, is gonna be coming from the paracord. So there's no pressure on this, it's all on the paracord. And that's how I pull this kayak around. So then I've got the face mask, scuba jet, and we send it. All the gear's hooked. Now, let's give it a go. This water's gonna be pretty nasty, but we're gonna just test this out, make sure everything's working well. So as you can see, that viz is terrible. Can't do anything with it. But mission accomplished. Came out, the gear's working. Everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. But we're out here living, baby. We're having fun. Over in this northeastern corner of Lake Boca, there's a little beach, and we always go and check this stuff out. It's a little beach here, and also this back corner pocket. That's where the most debris, plastic accumulates. So we'll go give it a little scope, check it out, see if there's anything out there that needs to get cleaned up. I'm sure there'll be some debris up in these rocks over here. And then we can call it. Head back to the house, meet up with the wife and the little man, hang out with him for a bit before he's got to go down for bed. It's a solid little day right there. You can see a bunch of stuff right where that lady's walking her dog. There's gonna be a ton of stuff up in those rocks. Yeah, I see some debris. Foster's, Australian for bear. Yeah, this guy here. So anytime you get cans or anything like that, you want to check them. Cans, bottles, debris. Sometimes there's little octopus that hang out in these, so I'm gonna put on the gloves and make sure this is all cleaned up. Okay, so just want to open them up, triple check. No octopus, no animals, we good. Jordan. All right. Plastic cup, McDonald's. Sorts of bags. Look at all those little fish. Yeah. We got plastic for days. Yeah. A lot of stuff that we find is almost all single-use plastic. It's you know, a lot of bins. You got stuff like this, foam and random materials. But watch, we're gonna get these rocks and you're gonna see a ton of stuff. There's a little coffee cup lid, blue line. There's a straw. See that straw right there. Sorts of debris, if you will. There we go. Apple juice, a little Guinness. Yeah. Got a cap. Tennis ball. Fireball. Shot guy. Water bottle. See, a lot of single-use plastic. Some styrofoam, little bag action. Look at all this over here. So this is a prime example here. So you can see macroplastics and big things, right? So more water bottles. 1, 2, 3, 4, all sorts of stuff. Up in this section, let's talk about this. So we've got all the big pieces of plastic. You got the water bottles and stuff. But this is what we start to look at when it starts to become microplastic. So this happens when the larger pieces break up with the sun, the UV exposure, and they end up breaking down into smaller, tiny pieces, breaking up into smaller pieces. And that is one of the big risks of ingestion from animals. A lot of them think it's it's food and other sorts of debris. It's very, very hard to clean up this stuff. That's why we go after all the big stuff, try and get that out before it has a chance to break down into microplastics. A couple brew cups. Bingo. All right, clean. Another big gulp plastic cup. Let's see if I can get this guy out. Yep. There it is. All right, we're clean. Sweet corn. All right, and lastly, the good old glove. Yeah, got one last guy over here. Ritz. All right, one thing that is important to note, please don't judge me for not having the shoes on. I know everybody always gives me crap about it, but sometimes you just want to be barefoot and out and live it up. I can promise you our crews do not do this. This is just me. I am just repping the barefoot. You know, I mean, look at that right there. There's hooks, all sorts of stuff that you got to be careful with. But our crew always has shoes on, shoes, gloves, all sorts of protective gear. Sometimes I just want to get out here and live a little, you know? All right, I think that's it. Pretty clean coastline. Check out the haul. Solid little haul. All right, so we just cleaned up this coastline here, and a couple minutes, you know, 10-minute cleanup. But if you look at what we all collected, everything is mostly single-use plastic. So you've got bottles, straws, a lot of water bottles, cups, beer cans, all sorts of stuff like that. So it is, you know, the materials, what we find on a daily basis. A lot of people ask us, is it just fishing equipment? You know, what are you finding? And we find it all, don't get me wrong, but most of what we find is single-use plastic. It's all the materials that are being used for a couple minutes and then tossed out. So when you're out in the boat, you're out on the ocean, try and make sure you bring those items back with you. Try and avoid them at all costs, but I get it. Everybody, you know, sometimes you need to just buy stuff at the grocery store, but try and bring them back with you, you know, and do not let them get in the ocean, and make sure they're recycled if you do use them. Yeah, quick, we got wildlife. We got wildlife. Right here is a little puffer. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna put the can in the water. There's a little puffer fish. A lot of the debris that we collect, you'll find little holes in it, little chewed up pieces, and that's actually triggerfish offshore that eat it. The yellow vinaigrette bottles and you know, a lot of that plastic, it comes in with like little chunks taken out of it, and and that's why it's important to collect these items so that these fish aren't eaten. Everybody likes a clean ocean, right? Come on now, keep it real. Everybody wants a nice clean ocean. All right, let's boost it out of here. Skirt, skirt. This beats sitting in an office any day, any day. Tell you what, my team knows my sentiment, my feeling towards being stuck in the office all day. You're gonna get out here, clean up some plastic, spend some time with the team. There's nothing better. I'm actually really fired up. In 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, we're gonna be going to Bali. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna go see our entire Bali crew, 4Ocean Bali out there. Absolute legends. Gonna go visit every location. We're gonna do spend some time in the field with everybody, get to do some cleaning, also have a little bit of fun, potentially a little bit of surfing, you know what I mean? But it's gonna be an epic trip, so really looking forward to that. We're gonna be over there for about 2 weeks. Definitely gonna miss the family, miss the little man, my wife, but we try and get out there, you know, as frequently as we can. Bali's halfway around the world, so it takes a long time. It's like 54 hours of travel to get over there, so it's intense. But we're gonna go see the team. I'm fired up. We're gonna get out there, get in the field, clean up some plastic, see all our locations, and be able to just have some fun with everybody. I know you guys hear me talking about it a lot, you know, always talking about the tides, incoming, outgoing. You can see right now off of these pilings, the tide is incoming. So that's, you know, fresh, clean water coming from offshore, heading inshore, and gives us a little boost heading back home. But it's very important for especially diving, like intercoastal stuff like this. The reason why is because the Gulf Stream is a current that runs from south to north along Florida, and it's, you know, it's carrying clean, fresh, clear water, and it actually comes very close to Florida, right by Boca Raton and Deerfield Beach, and you know, it comes in real close here. So on an incoming tide, what happens is that pulls all the fresh, clean water into the inlets, and you know, as long as that tide's coming in, it's going to bring that clear water in pretty far. Now, when there's been a lot of rain, you know, a lot of things can factor into, you know, dirty viz, or visibility, what we call. And a lot of rain, you know, runoff with rain can murk up the water, make it brown, kind of like this. You know, if it's super rough offshore and it's stirring up a lot of sediment, you know, and debris, that'll also make the water nasty. But for the most part, you want calm ocean, clean, fresh incoming, and you can see it's like the Bahamas sometimes. It's crystal clear. Hopefully it's gonna be like that on Monday, but you know, that's just one of the reasons why the tides have a big influence on diving and underwater cleanup here. Back at the shop, and we're gonna get this guy all cleaned up, get the plastic taken care of, and get this thing back ready for Monday's cleanup. Let's get it. This is why I'm such a fan of the blue. This thing is so compact, really portable. You don't have to use the industrial OTS full face mask. This is a little gnarly, but if you can use just a normal mask, I mean, it's so portable, very contained. You got these little lithium batteries that you can recharge. You can bring a bunch of these out there. You can dive all day. But we got the gear all cleaned up. We got everything cleaned off. We're gonna put it away and get this little rig ready for, you know, ready for Monday. Got a decent little haul, right? Nice little full bag. Quick little strike mission, but it's a good day, all in all. Got the mini skiff back in the shop. We're all cleaned up, we're all washed down, everything rinsed and flushed real well. Setups, scooter, we're all ready for Monday. So Monday we're going out there at Lake Boca. Stoked to hit it. Take a look at this place. How cool is this, man? Just a little quick tour. So we got the Sea-Doo switch. Big shout out to Sea-Doo BRP. They are phenomenal partners. We got the Can-Am Defender, the two Sea-Doos, Carolina Skiff 25LS. Man, this is the dream. I tell you what, we've got all the gear ready to get after it. We got some of our partners here. We got Scuba Jet, Blue, Halcyon with all our dive gear, OTS, Ocean Technology Systems. Man, we've got some great partners. I gotta say, I'm incredibly grateful for everybody, all our partners out there that are helping support our cleanups, but also you guys, all the viewers out there. You guys allow us to do this. You guys allow us to get out there, clean plastic, and just drive that awareness forward. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love getting to get out there on the water, and you guys watching these videos enable us to do that. So thanks so much. Our captains and crew, thank you all around the world. And we're ready to get out there. This is the end of today. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.